So today is Wednesday.
Yeah.
What are we up to?
I am loading it up to take it up to Lucor to have a alignment done on it. Hopefully we can get it back and get back into what we was doing. Kind of we didn't shortchange anything, but we kind of rushed getting some of the stuff together to get it up here, to get it aligned, so that it was for sure aligned by the weekend. So if we're at a standpoint to where we're in a position to where we can get it out on the road, it is safe to do so.
Was taking it to Lucor the original plan? How has that adjusted?
No. It's supposed to go to 10 soldiers. I talked with Jason. I'm actually supposed to call him today. I was going to call him on the way home, but it was just too hot in the car to roll the damn windows up. But it's going to 10 soldiers to have all the suspension plotted and all the holes and all that stuff. And they were going to do an alignment and do everything there, nut and bolt the car. They've been busy as can be. They said I haven't spoke with him today. This was all arranged, was it yesterday, to get it up there to Lucor so that the alignment's ready so that if we can test or get it out, if I can just drive the car around and get acquainted with it, that would be a huge deal to me, honestly. I mean, we all know I've only driven it down the road and back.
And 10 soldiers is about 4 hours from us there and back.
No, I thought it was only like 2.
Maybe it's 2.
2.5.
2 to 3, something like that. So that would be a huge schedule conflict with work and everything.
It takes a while to get it there. So yeah, that's where we're at. Lucor is standing up and moving stuff around to get it in. Greatly appreciate that. And hopefully, and they couldn't do it Friday or anything like that. So I really didn't have time to to try to see what was going on with every party. It was like, this is the opportunity, I got to get it done. And they were more than willing to make it happen. So that's what we're doing today. Trying to get it up there.
So we got the garage cleaned out enough to get the car out.
Yeah, it's a mess in here and out there.
Yeah, we are both feeling better. CJ was diagnosed with bronchitis, and he's got medication in him, and I had a little bit of double lung pneumonia. So we are both highly steroided, have lots of energy, but are not sleeping too well.
Yeah, I ain't slept in days.
Which has allowed for a lot of work to get done. This weekend's the holiday weekend. We're having a little bit of yard sale to try to raise some funds for costs for tires and for RV tires, because we're down a couple of those. So we're just trying to do everything that we can to make sure that we're ready. So when the car's ready, we're ready.
If you can, make sure this goes up on the trailer without ripping the front end off of it for me, please.
I will try.
See if it'll go.
There you go.
Put the window in with the plastic still on it because I wasn't planning on actually putting it in. I was just fitting it, and then it's just kind of started going together.
Huh?
Bring it over with. And then need to get some tape for the handle.
Good morning, everybody. Today's Sunday. Happy Memorial Day weekend. Right there, that's lack of maintenance. We are still recovering from illness, doing pretty good, getting the car ready to go to War in the Woods. We had a great donation for racing tires from Mike Birkenmeyer. Greatly appreciate it. Chuck with On Tilt is going to cover some of the lock-in money for the race. We are down RV tires. We're working on trying to get funding for those. We actually had a yard sale this weekend, doing pretty good with a few things. I think we come up with half the money for the RV tires. So CJ's working on trying to get the rest of it to get those ready. Is the car ready to race? No, not yet. We probably really honestly needed another week to be ready to race, but we are doing everything we can to make it to War in the Woods, at least to get the car out there and make some passes on it and try to get the feel for everything. That is the goal, and to see everybody. It's exciting and stressful at the same time. We still have to pack the RV. We still have to pack the car trailer and put fuel and everything to get it down there and get the dogs taken care of while we're gone. So we're feeling a little bit of crunch this week. The car went away and came back, as you've seen, and CJ kind of go over that. We've just been working really diligently. We hope to have no mistakes with the car and for things to go smooth, but that probably won't be the case. We're going to find some quirks and things that we have to adjust to as time goes on. So we're just working through the process, and we're excited to get back out there, but kind of nervous about it too. We have some big ideals coming up for these races, so we're going to go over some of those with you. We're going to have a live active waffle raffle while we are at some of these races to help with funding and stuff. So hopefully we'll get you guys a few items that you like, maybe, and it'll help us out at the same time. So more to come.
Should be.
From the side.
Huh?
What are you doing?
Huh?
I'm not quite sure, but the bottle has been in the refrigerator and it's extremely cold.
Sitting in a roll bar.
There, set in the anti-roll bar. You said that's so weird.
Anti-roll bar.
$5 boxes of tissues right there. That's what that gets you.
Video of me. There we go. All right.
My work here is done.
Mineral bar is set to neutral.
How proud of you of yourself.
Extremely. Considering I was yard selling all day to make money for these wonderful RV tires that we need for this trip. And I'm tired. But we're getting it done. As always.
Got
Just come out to see what you're up to.
oh, getting these wires ran for the nitrous in here. Trying to reuse a little bit of the bullshit that was in the car, but the only thing that's gonna be long enough is the ground, so try to utilize what we can. And some of them, like that one, whenever he stripped it, he knocked chunks out of it way back here, and we'll repin that one if we have to use it. I got my little chart here for what goes where. And it's just that simple. B, stage 1 fuel ground.
Now, you did talk to 10 soldiers again after we had videoed about the suspension and stuff, and Jason gave you some numbers, right?
Yeah.
So you're gonna
gave me a where they would want to start it out at, so that's what we're gonna do. And he was pretty, I mean, like, it was pretty cool because he don't want to take my money. You know, he don't want to take my money. He wants me to do it. So he said that he'll be there if I have any questions and to go ahead and do it myself.
so he was really confident in you.
Yep, he was confident that I could do it without having to bring it there. So that's what we're gonna do.
And he also reiterated that LaCour was a great place
Yep.
for us to take the car.
Yeah, he talked really highly of them and said that they don't even need to look at the alignment. They're sure that it's on point. And he'll work with me on the numbers for the suspension. So as soon as I can get this all done, make sure everything works, should be tested.
So greatly appreciate Jerry with Bunker Hill Fabrication. He is going to be donating some fuel for testing.
Yep.
So we appreciate that.
Mike Berkemere.
I mentioned that earlier.
Okay. Super huge thank you to him.
And I mentioned Chuck and
Just everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody that's been involved and put in. I mean, granted, we haven't made a pass yet or anything, but we damn sure wouldn't be where we're at without all the support and the love. So
yeah. And I know since we're working on wiring, we'll just mention it one more time. I know a lot of people has asked us to kind of go more in detail on that, and we've decided not to. We've just kind of showed you what's went on. I will say that through this process, anybody has stuff that happens to them like this. Any racer, anything in life, you can have somebody do you wrong or have something go wrong. And it's real easy to get caught up in what happened to you or what's been done to you or what didn't go right. And the more you get caught up into that and feed into it, it stops you from moving forward. So that's why we decided to just touch lightly on it and keep moving.
I will say this, if you talk to somebody about your car and having something done to it and they just talk way too good of a game, don't fucking take it to them. because he talked real good. He threw some big names out there that he talks to all the time and rubs shoulders with in the wiring business and all kinds of stuff. And like, I'm sure he don't.
Yeah.
Can't.
And it's tricky. It's the learning process on both sides. And I will say, as a racer's wife, it was hard not to fuel the fire and say a lot of bad things and get CJ going. But
Don't take much.
it was not going to help the situation any. So here we are, moving forward and almost ready to race. Whether we're ready to race or not.
We're trying.
We're trying.
I promise. Just trying to go down on the, so I still got stage 1 nitrous purge grounds. Should be 2 more.
So why CJ's goal these next few hours is to work on wiring. My goal before we leave for War in the Woods is to work on getting the autism sticker back on the car.
We got a lot of stickers to get on it, and some of the stickers I don't even have.
So if the sticker was on the car and you see us out, please get us one of your stickers. And also we have
At least if you're still on board.
if you're still on board with us. And also I would like a goal to be is to have the Raggedy Ann lettering, whether it be airbrushed or whatever, on the bumper of the car before the race. Not sure if that's going to happen. We're told that we can make it happen, so hopefully those 2 goals of mine will be
Nothing else,
accomplished.
we'll just get a paintbrush and write it on there.
So
And then these all should loop right around to this ground. Right here. And then all the power wires will have to run wherever the power wires go. Still waiting on Joey to get back with me. Let me know when he's going to be able to be here, because I don't know where they all go. So I know where the grounds go. I think that's that tore up one. It ain't pretty. Also tore up though. I don't know if you can, I'll just climb in here, I guess. All right. Issue problem found number 9,736,253 of shit that has been screwed up on the wiring job. So if I can find the pieces, this melted ass bolt, you can see there, severed on this end, was bolted in here, holding this positive pass-through on with this big ass lock washer. The head sticking way on out there like that. So when you tighten down the power, that was never tight. It grounded out on the body. So yeah, grounded out on the body. I was actually turning the power on because I wanted to check to see if the solenoids and everything was going to work. We've got the nitrous wiring all wired in and everything. When I turn the back power on, turn this power on, the sparks just blew and flew everywhere. It started smoking, so I shut it off real fast and come up with that. Now those are supposed to be recess mounted, and I can see on the negative, excuse me, I just ate. But the negative, he's got the same damn bolts in it that stick way out. Now the negative is grounding anyway. I don't think that's going to hurt anything. But why the hell would you do that on a power? And now the thread certs that are in there, I have to drill out, cut out, and figure something out because it burnt the damn bolt off. The other part of that bolt is still in there. It's just melted off. So we're back to every single thing that he has touched on the car, he screwed up. Poor Joey back here.
Thank God for Joey. What did Caleb get him into?
trying to fix it all.
It's almost there.
But yeah, we was finally getting somewhere, and then this, so now we're set back again. So I'm going to address that, or we're going to address that, and see if we can't get the checking stuff out. If everything checks out good, hopefully we can get it on the dyno. But I'm half afraid to put it on the fucking dyno at this point. So that's where we're at.
All right.
So, yeah.
So, how'd your launch go?
I don't know. I'm looking now.
How do you think it went?
It didn't go good. Like, it broke up real bad, but I'm hoping that's because it was pulling timing.
What you doing now?
I'm going to try and do a validated launch, I guess, but I don't have a whole lot of room right here, and I don't have any fuel in the car. So the idea is to do a validated launch to see if it pulls the timing for the nitrous, because apparently you can't check it just sitting here running for whatever reason. So that's what I'm going to try and do. Hope I don't run through the barn.
So Monday morning, where are we at?
Still trying to figure this stuff out.
What did you find out last night with Jasper and phone calls?
It wasn't seeing the TPS, like it wasn't even turned on. So I've got it figured out to where it's recognizing and it's seeing it, but now I can't get it to calibrate. Whenever I do try to calibrate it, it's going from 4.989 volts at idle or off to 5 volts on. So it's a 1/10 of a volt, or what, 100th of a volt, whatever that is. It's too many damn zeros. Is the only separation between on and off, and it's like I can't get it to calibrate. So I have no idea.
So more phone calls today?
I guess we're going to try.
Possibly dyno today?
I'm waiting to hear back from people. I've got to get the fuel, got to get the dyno, and it's pointless to put it on the dyno if I can't get this stuff to work, other than to try to get it to work.
So.
But I'm having a hard time wrapping my head around a system that you can't check anything with, or I'm not able to. I haven't figured out how to check, and I'm being told that it has to have a validated launch for it to pull timing or the nitrous to work and everything, but you're kind of just, I mean, that's risky as hell. Like, you go spray the balls off of it and it doesn't pull the timing, there went the engine. So I don't know, some of it's not registering yet. It is a holiday weekend, so it's hard to get anybody to talk or to get back with me. And I don't want to bother anybody while they're with family or anything. So kind of just a sitting duck pissing in the wind, trying things. Hopefully one of them work.
So if it all works out well, dyno today, testing tomorrow.
Hopefully.
Packing up everything when we're crooked. So it's Monday morning. Yeah. Sorry, no video late last night. It was busy, obviously. Happy Memorial Day weekend to everybody. We made a list, so we kind of got some things to go over. First on the list, the transmission waffle. 4L80E, correct?
4L80E, yep.
It is still active. It's been active for a very long time. Like to get those filled up so we can announce the winner, so we can, move on. There are, I think, I counted the other night, 55 spots left. My ideal is to bring the list with me to races. So anybody that cannot reach out to us online can actively put their name down and pay. So we can get you on the list and get that announced.
I'm trying to get that thing gone. It's been way too long. I'm gonna shut the door back here real quick. I'll be right back.
Okay, so that's the plan there with the transmission waffle. For those of you that signed up really early, thank you so much. Appreciate that. We do have you written down. If you happen to submit payment already, and we told you 75% full and then submit payment, but some of you did go ahead and do that, and I do have that marked. So don't worry about that. That will be put on the original paper. Next thing up on the topic list is upcoming schedule. CJ really don't like this. He doesn't like to give out a schedule because it kind of creates an expectation. And you never know how any car versus a new car is going to do in the programming. So he really doesn't like this part. But I like to kind of give people a heads up of, hey, we may be here. Now, I say this really, it's subject to change. Depending on the car and depending on weather. Do not go to one of these races and be mad because we didn't show up. We will try to give you enough advance notice if we're going to be somewhere or not. We feel like we're pretty good about that. But this is our tentative schedule. Obviously, War in the Woods.
Well, War in the Woods to be the first.
But
it's a couple days away, and
we're pushing.
Still haven't been able to get any nitrous to work or nothing. I can't get anything to work right. So
let's just stop right there for War in the Woods. Okay, we're not going to go out and win this race. We know that.
Yeah, I'm a realist. I see things.
So those of you think we're going to go out there and crack heads, it's not going to happen.
Go ahead.
Our goal for this month is to make good passes and to have no issues and to figure out our bugs. That's our goal, is to make good passes. And if we can do that and get y'all to see the car because y'all have been along this journey, then we're doing something right. We're headed in the right direction. But are we going to go out there and win? No, we ain't going to do that. It would be a holy miracle for that to happen. It's probably not going to happen.
I haven't even made a pass in the car. I drove it down the road, idled it down the road, brought it back, put it in the trailer, and then I drove it off the trailer the other day into the barn. That's all of it. I've driven it. Realistically, I want to go because it's a brand new car, and that's where that one was lost. So
full circle kind of moment. And because so many of you, like we said, been along this journey and we feel like you deserve to see the car, a lot of you will be there. A lot of you have contributed to this race, which we'll go over here in a minute.
I don't know that we can go over everybody. That's
Yeah,
it's
it's
just
overwhelming.
So many people that has helped get us to where we're at, get the car to where it's at with what it's built with.
Yeah.
So for that, thank all of you.
We will never be able to repay. We are going to try to pay it forward the best we can once we get going here. But we will, I mean, it's just heartfelt, and we'll go over something here in a minute. I was crying earlier this week. So next race up for June, Magnolia. No Prep Mania, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think that's what that's called. That would be our second race.
That is your territory.
Scheduling's my territory.
I don't know where I'm going.
So that would be our second race. If you need information of that, we'll try to post it up in the video each week. I'll try to get the flyer on there. If not, Facebook has those events in the track site. Third race up for the month. I put one of three. CJ's telling me it's probably going to be KD. Cincy Streets is also that night, so that's another option. He said more than likely we probably wouldn't make it to Milan. Is that how you say it? Milan. I don't. So more than likely it's looking like the third race would be KD if we go. The fourth weekend, we're taking a personal weekend to wrap up volleyball with Allie, and then she's done with that, and we'll have a little bit more flexibility in the schedule. It's been a great year, but we're looking forward to wrapping that up. The last race of the month is obviously Gangster's Paradise. It was an invite race. We are invited to that, so, and that's back at Brown County. So that is our plan and our race schedule. And like I said, subject to change depending on weather in the car. We will try to keep you updated on that as much as we can. Anything else schedule-wise you can think of?
We are doing everything we can to try to make it this weekend. Realistically, if I cannot get the nitrous to work and I cannot make a pass in the car or get a couple passes to try to figure things out, it is absolutely crazy for me to go. So the only way I will not be there, we will not be there, is if I can't get something figured out with the car. I do work a full-time job. She works. I mean, we've got the family and everything, so it's all going to have to take place either before work or after work. So that's kind of where I'm at on it. Doing everything that I can. I've been out here for the past couple of nights till 2 in the morning or later. Just trying to figure out what I can, texting people that I probably shouldn't be calling.
He's texted some pretty major names that he had contacts to, and he hadn't talked to for a minute, and kind of like a Hail Mary type of thing, and hoping they're going to get back to him.
Somebody would get back with me that knows.
And they might still.
So.
But since we're here at this point in the conversation, I'll kind of go over something. So preparing for this race, we've talked about that we've, been tight on funds, and we had a yard sale, and we've had some contributors, which we mentioned earlier in the video. So Saturday I went out and got the mail, and we were still trying to work on raising funds, and I got a letter from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, and I'll read it to you.
I'm working on the car, and she comes in about half crying.
I was crying. It says, CJ, I was at Warren Woods when you had your mishap. Been wanting to help you, but I didn't have your address. Enclosed is something for gas money. Hope to see you at War in the Woods. Going to State of Union in South Carolina, hoping for good weather. Greg K. He sent us $400. And oh boy.
Yeah.
That really kind of... We were like, we can make it. Between everybody else that's helped this week that we've mentioned, and just throughout the whole process, this was kind of like the topper between him and Mike Berkermeyer with tires, because we didn't know how we were going to do it.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. I had some ideas, but there was no like in order to make money, I would have to sell stuff, and you can't make somebody buy stuff. So I was contemplating cutting a big chunk off of one of my cars to sell one of the cars.
So we thank you so much. It means a lot. It means a lot that you guys are interested in what he's doing and what we're doing as a family, and that if you just keep working, that somehow, some way, stuff kind of works its way out, and you got help along the way. So that really helped us and boosted our confidence and reassured us that we need to keep moving and keep pushing to get to this race.
Yeah.
So,
That's all I'm done.
so that's where we're at on that. And I think I only have one more thing on the list. Maybe two. We are going to have a raffle waffle active at the track.
You're going to test the water, see how it works
We're
out.
going to test the waters and see how it works out. We might do one every race for a while if we have enough things. The ideal is we're going to take the wreckage off the original car, a few pieces, and we will sell raffle tickets. And at the end of the race, we will announce a winner for that. That helps with...
We've also got to talk with the race directors and promoters and all that as far as being able to announce it and make sure that it's kosher, that we do all that.
Yeah, we want to make sure that it's okay with the track people, which I wouldn't see them having a problem with it. But it helps raise funds for our costs. I know everybody's kind of like, oh, well, the car's basically done. Why do you need more?
Not even close.
Why do you need more funding?
It's close, but it's not.
Tell you, we've had a lot of great donations, and that's awesome, and we're still working hard and coming up with extra funds, but we do have some IOUs, and we fully intend to pay those IOUs and to pay it forward to the community and racers as much as we can. So there will be that on-site waffle raffle that we will be doing, and we will be selling tickets, so that will be at our shirt booth. How scrawny it might be looking this weekend, the weekend to set up. Anything else you can think of?
I don't think anymore.
Okay. All right. The only other thing I have to say is if we make it to the race, if you see me falling over, I'm not drunk. It is my medication wearing off.
Should be fine.
CJ got the wonderful hand of a pancake ass because he's lost his weight, and I've gained it.
I ain't lost no weight.
So the car should go faster, right?
But I haven't lost any weight. I still weigh the same.
So we hope to see you out there, and keep watching.
Thanks.